Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This video is all about my run in a Regulation H tournament, the rerun of a previous format that we'll be living in for the next couple of months. Just like with all of my tournament videos, the goal here is improvement. You'll see the good plays, the bad plays, and the what was I thinking moments as I adapt to the meta. The Pokepaste and rental is in the description below, if you want to try the team yourself, and timestamps are there so you can skip straight to the battles. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more VGC battles and breakdowns. Starting with Flamigo. They might look unassuming, but in this meta, it's a complete sniper. With Scrappy, close combat smashes through ghost types, making it an immediate threat to both Ursaluna forms, Gholdengo, and Incineroar. Focus Sash ensures that it survives long enough to do its job, while Tailwind lets it swing speed control in my favor. Tera Ghost keeps it safe from fake out and fighting moves, letting it stick around to apply pressure. King Gambit is a monster into Trick Room teams, but it also shuts down one of Regulation H nastiest archetypes, expanding force cores with Atarini, Armarouge, and Indeedee. Thanks to its dark typing, it's completely immune to psychic moves, making it a rock-solid switch-in. Defiant punishes Intimidate cycling, and Black Classes boosts its already absurd damage. Terra Flying adds even more staying power against fighting type threats. Among Us is my go-to for stalling out Trick Room with Spore, Rage Powder, and Pollen Puff support, but the real spice is its Terra Dark deck. This makes it immune to Expanding Force, completely flipping the matchup against Atarini, Indeedee, and Armarouge teams, just like King Gambit. It forces those comps to respect Among Us instead of freely clicking their biggest win condition, the Psychic Terrain boosted Expanding Force. As for Tauros, most people expect only an Intimidate support from him, but mine's carrying a Mirror Herb to steal boosts, whether it's a Defiant Trigger from King Gambit or Annihilate, or from a Scale Shot speed boost from Dragonite. Flame Charge is the clutch speed tech, letting Tauros outspeed key threats at the perfect time. With Close Combat, Raging Bull, and Terra Grass for water and ground coverage, it's a constant threat that's hard to play around. This Dragonite exists for only one reason: to counter Sneasler. Covert Cloak protects it from its dire claw status shenanigans, while stopping Tantrum and Extreme Speed can KO it before it snowballs. Haze keeps Tondozo from running away with games, and Terra Steel turns bad fairy matchups into favorable ones. It's the ultimate anti-cheese slot, and it does its job very well. As for Primarina, it brings constant spread pressure. Throat Spray turns Hyper Voice into a nuclear option after just one boost, and Terra Poison gives it a great defensive utility against grass and poison types. The bulk investment means it can survive opening its exchanges and force opponents to respect it for the rest of the match. So, if you want to play this team, utilize Among Us and King Gambit against most, if not all, Trick Room teams. Flamigo is an amazing Pokémon, being able to put a lot of pressure in almost any scenario. Don't be afraid of doing risky plays with him, as Focus Sash is a safety net. Primarina's spread moves are amazing. If you have the chance to support her with moves such as Tailwind or Rage Powder, you can watch your opponent's team melt away. This Dragonite is extremely niche, but don't be like myself and bring him against Sneasler matchups. as you are a natural counter to that Pokémon with this specific set. The core idea of this team is flexibility against Ragequits' biggest strategies. Kingambit and Among Us shut down Trick Room and expanding force teams, Flamigo breaks bulky walls, and Tauros punishes stat boosts and flips speed control. Dragonite handles Sneasler and Dondozo, and Primarina applies constant damage pressure. Going into the tournament, I wanted a team that could adapt mid-set, and while mistakes happened, it proved it could hold its own against a wide range of meta threats. With the team explained, let's get into the battles and see how this anti-meta squad performs against the best Regulation H has to offer. So, for a little bit of context, we are in the round 2 of the Devil's Den tournament. And I say round 2 because the round 1 was a bye. A bye means that we get an automatic win, so the opponent that we are playing against is indeed a very good player. Is a player that won its first game. That is a player that is already warmed up, and we are just starting. But what can we see in this team? Well, they have a Mousehold Annihilate, so I think that Among Us is a very viable right away, especially because the Annihilate is Citrus Berry. I also really enjoy bringing the Primarina for some damage onto the Volcarona and Glimora. I do think that the Flamigo, could be useful, as well as the Dragonite. I think the Dragonite can bring in some good damage and some good pressure. So let's see. As you can see, our opponent does not have any fake out pressure, so this is really good. I'm hoping for an Annihilate Mousehold lead, so let's see. It's a Mousehold Grimmsnarl, which is not bad at all. Okay, so the Grimmsnarl is Prankster with screens. That's really good. We did not bring our Tauros in this game because I was afraid of the Annihilate, but maybe in the next game he's a good contender. So now what can we do next? So the Mousehold can just follow me and redirect the Spore. If it does that, we get in a tricky position because we basically lose a turn. So I actually want to immediately switch into the Dragonite, and I think that Dazzling Gleam is a good bet. Like I said, I'm expecting a follow me with a light screen. So let's see if this happens. Yep, the light screen comes through. Does the follow me come through? The taunt does. Okay. This is good for us. Still, because we got some free chip damage onto the Grimmsnarl. Now, what can we do? The Grimmsnarl is Tera Ghost, so I don't really want to focus on him. And it does have Spirit Break. The good thing here is that we are multi-scale, so that first attack is not going to do much. I'm just going to go for the extreme speed with the Hyper Voice to get the boost with our Primarina. I switch into the Annihilate, presumably to get the... Okay, so we get a little bit of chip damage, and really importantly, we get the +1 into the Primarina. That's really important. So let's see. We don't do much. So this kind of tells me that this Annihilate is heavily trained in special defense. Okay. None of our Pokemon are really threatened right now. I think we should just focus the Mousehold, to be honest. And we could just Moonblast the Annihilate for a little bit of damage. We could also just go for the Stomping Tantrum and Moonblast. So if the Mousehold does not follow me, we get good damage onto the Annihilate, and I do think that that is going to happen. I think he has Pesta Dazzling Gleam. Okay. So we are going to sustain a lot of damage right now. Oof. It did 0 damage. This Annihilate is so bulky. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Okay. That one shot is really, really bad for us. Among Us here, I don't think is good because he can just taunt. I think we have to go on the offense. So we bring the Flamigo. I do think with just extreme speed we have to go for the most amount of damage that you can deliver right now. He does not protect with Annihilate. It is Citrus Berry. This Annihilate is a huge problem. Okay, we get a good amount of damage. Okay, so this was a good play, in my opinion. Now, this was a good play, yeah. He's just going to code my whole team. That's not that cool. The good thing here is that I do think that extreme speed is going to KO. So that's really important. With this said, I am going to double up. I protected, okay. Probably trying to stall the extreme speed. That's completely fine. It is a little bit annoying, but I do think that the Among Us by itself can still achieve something. Okay, so Follow Me goes through. I do think this is over though. Yeah, I was thinking that the extreme speed went first. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm just going to protect and pull up the Annihilate just to see how much damage, but this Annihilate is extremely bulky. That's actually really interesting. And the opponent is just reading what we are doing. Yeah, this Annihilate is a huge problem. Yeah, I have to forfeit this one. I guess this just shows like how unprepared I am to play in Regulation Age. This is my first time playing in this regulation. I'm sure I've already spoken about it in the intro, but yeah, I mean it kind of shows that I still have a lot to learn. It really does. So what are we going to do? Because we did 0 damage with the Primarina, and Annihilape is definitely the problem. Follow Me is really oppressive, right? But how can we get through that? I mean, I do not dislike the Kingambit, right? How do we get rid of everyone? So I think Kingambit really pressures their opening turn, as well as the Tauros. I think even though we intimidate, we have the Mirror Herb that can copy the boosts, and we can just one-shot the Mousehold, which is extremely important. Or we could even go with a Flamigo, Kingambit. This Annihilape is the issue. The Annihilape Mousehold. I think going with this is okay. The Tauros is really good as well in this matchup, I think. But it can't really touch the Annihilape, and I don't want to really afford just giving him a free boost. But okay, they go with the Glimmora and Mousehold. Okay, so what are we thinking right now? I think that the Glimmora can just go for the Power Gem into the Flamigo, which is not the best, but it can also threaten our Kingambit, which once again, it's not great. I do think that if we go just for the offense right away, we can just... I don't want to say like eliminate. Okay, so this was a good decision by us. Oh, we did 0 damage. I could have Sucker Punched, but Sucker Punch I don't feel would have KO'd. So, yeah. But all of their Pokemon are extremely bulky. It's also because of Mousehold, of course. Frangard is really strong. But this team is like really threatening, I think. Like it's a really threatening team. So now what do I want to do? I think that the Mousehold can do 2 plays, right? It can go for the Terra Fairy or the Follow Me. I think that we should just cover for that, right? I think the Close Combat onto the Mousehold is a good option, but I also think that covering the Glimmora slot is really important. I'm just going to Arenade the Glimmora as well. Exactly because of this. So
the Muscle is going to go for the Terra Fairy, expecting the close combat from the from the Flamigo. So okay, yeah, this was the reason we went for the close combat, to cover the option. We should get a KO with Iron Head. Let's see. Power Gem, I don't really mind losing the Flamigo right now if we KO the Mousehold. If we don't KO the Mousehold, then I'm not really happy. Okay, great. This was exactly what I wanted. This is really good. Okay. So now the cool thing is that they do not have a Tera. And Among Us, I think it's amazing right now. I think Among Us is really good right now. We can just sport. Yep, we can just sport the Annihilate, which is really good. The Annihilate could just protect. And I also could just protect, but I think that just going for the Sucker Punch onto the Glimmora slot is the best option, as well as going for the Tera Flying. Tera Flying is a really good Tera, I think, in this game, because it also protects us from the Volcarona. So I don't mind just going for the Tera Flying Sucker Punch. And I like protected. This was what I was expecting. The Sucker Punch should KO. Exactly. I don't know if the critical hit mattered. If it did, I apologize. And the Spore goes wide, of course. So now they have the Hypno. Okay, the Hypno knows Expanding Force, Haste, Trick Room, and Imprison. I don't feel threatened at all. I just want to attack, actually. Even if the Hypno goes for the Expanding Force, I think we should be okay. We also have the Primarine in the back. Okay, the Volcup, but you are going to get Spored. I don't think you KO Among Us with the Expanding Force. Yeah, like, not even close. And it was a critical hit. Yeah, okay. I think the game is sealed at this point. And the Spore into the Annihilate. Okay. Now, we could just protect the Hypno. Protect the Among Us from the Hypno. We could also, because I just want to go after the, I just want to go after the Annihilate. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, there's no point in just playing around, I mean. Okay, so he was avoiding the Sucker Punch, but I was never going to Sucker Punch in this situation. They can still win, by the way. They can still win. I'm going to sleep the Hypno and I'm going to Kowtow Cleave again. Annihilate is still asleep. we are going to Sucker Punch next turn. We should be fine. Yeah. Total cleave. An interesting little thing is that Sucker Punch goes through even if... oh, it has Insomnia, so that was not smart way. I'm just going to Pollen Puff the King Gambit slot. If we Sucker Punch and the Pokemon is asleep, but it chooses an offensive move, Sucker Punch still goes through. But I think we are in a good enough position to just pressure Annihilate still. We could definitely still lose, but I think it will be hard. No way. Okay. This is not good at all. This is really not good. I could Hyper Voice to get the boost, but I do not think that it is worth it. I could just Spore the Annihilate again and protect the Primarina. I think it's the safest play. And they read it. Do they go for the Expanding Force? If they do go for the Expanding Force on the Among Us, they will go... Wow. Okay. We still have the Citrus Berry, so we are not in a terrible, terrible situation, but it is not good either. The Spore goes wide, of course. I can't do much here, but to Rage Powder. So I'm just going to do that. Oh my god. And that just seals the game. I'm pretty sure that seals the game. Do we get a low roll? We get a low roll. Okay. The thing is, I don't even know if the Moonblast is going to KO the Annihilate. I really don't think it does. This Annihilate is extremely bulky, and without the +1, like... The triple protect, okay. Rage Powder, so we Rage Powder the Expanding Force. Let's see. He was always going to Expanding Force our Among Us, but the deciding factor here is if we can KO or not the Annihilate. Oh, and we do. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. They can still do a lot of damage this turn. Let's see, a single target. They are faster. Oh, they don't do any damage. I know that we are really defensively bulky with Primarina, but I was still afraid. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we are 1-1. So in this game, our opponent brought first turn the Glimmora with the Mousehold. The Mousehold seems to be their go-to lead, so that's really important to note. So I think that we always have to have a counter for that. So I think that we should always let me just change the music, sorry. Okay. Let's think. So Mousehold has always been the first pick on their end. So that means that they dislike going against my Tauros or Flamigo, right from the get-go. The Flamigo is really strong, and I think that the lead that we got, this first lead, was really strong because we could pressure both of our opponent's Pokemon, right? Right after, immediately. So the Primarina was useful in the previous game, and I still think it's really strong because of the Glimmora. It is really especially bulky for the Hypno, so I think I'm just going to bring it, and it's good against the Annihilate. But now the Dragonite, I don't think it does much. The Mungus, they have a lot of immunities for it. I think I'm just going to bring the Tauros. This could be a huge mistake, bringing the Tauros. But against the Grimmsnarl with the screens, I think it's really important. Breaking the screens, it could be really important. So let's see. I don't want to bring the Tauros first. Yeah, because of this. They do lead with the combo that I expected. So that's one. I think I should just Terra Fairy. They could get a free Volt Up if I don't act. So I think I have to do this. And I always close combat. I could also just Tailwind to be faster than anyone on their side. I think I could also do this. They go for the Water Terra. Yeah, exactly. I think this is a thing that I messed up a bit in the team building aspect, because I don't have anyone that can actually damage water types like effectively. I used to have Kilowatt Roll on the team. I removed it. I don't think that was the most correct decision, but it's okay. So we got that one. Okay, we do a good amount of damage. They bulk up. This was expected. I think I can just keep Kowtow cleaving. I don't see the downside. What I do know is that I have to get rid of this Annihilate. I really do have to get rid of him. With a +1, like, he's definitely a huge threat at the moment. If he protects, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I should have accounted for it. Should have went for the Iron Head. He's going to remove the Sash from the Flamigo. And Spirit Break the Flamigo, most likely. Yeah. That's completely fine, we still survive. We always have our dear Sash. I don't think I need the Flamigo for anything else. And getting ourselves KO'd could actually be really important, because then we are going to get Spirit Broken. Yeah, let's see. And if he's... Okay, so this may not be good. This Thunder Wave, oh, we did 0 damage. Wow. This Rage Fist is going to hurt a bit. We pop the Citrus. Yeah, so this is the problem. I didn't account for the water types. I think we are kind of doomed right now. Oh, this was so much damage. And we get fully parried. I think that just seals the deal, to be honest. Because he can always just Thunder Wave our... Just let me check the speed stats. The Tauros is under Tailwind but gets paralyzed. Are we still faster? We are. I'm going to go for it. I have to risk it. So let's see. We are going to get a +2 right now. They are also +2, of course. We do copy the boost. Now, I have to check one thing. They do have Reflect. The thing is, if I Sucker Punch and yeah, this is not going to do much. I think I'm just going to Iron Head. Nah, I have to Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, close combat, and hope for the best, to be honest. Okay. Thunder Wave missed, that's great. Sucker Punch didn't go through. Because what I think is that, let me see, if the Annihilape is +1 and we are +2, we do 73%, and 73% is more than enough. So I'm just going to close combat again. Thunder Wave, we are still faster than the Annihilape, so because of the Tailwind, so we just have to not get para. We are not faster, so he has some speed investment. Okay, so he has a lot of speed investment and we get fully para. Okay, and this game just ends in this spot. Yeah, we don't have the Tailwind, my mistake. But we would have never won. I don't think we would have ever won in this position. It is just extremely extremely difficult. Let's see if we can get the Protect at least with the King Gambit. Okay, the King Gambit does get the Protect. Okay. But this Rage Fist is just going to destroy us. And Annihilape is so bulky. I was like in other formats, like I'm just used to him not doing much because he just sacrifices himself. And just seeing him do this, it's insane. It's actually like really insane. Yeah, I think that the switch to the Muscle was the correct play. Muscle is Primarine is always slower, so yeah. And we got fully powered again. That's insane. Lost, win, loss. Okay. So we are against Edward, our second opponent, on the third round, and he's playing a rain team. So one thing that I really like against this team is a Flamigo. The Flamigo can eat the Sanista, the Gholdengo, the Arcalodon, and the Ursaluna. So I think that the Flamigo is really strong in this position. One thing to note is that the Gholdengo is Choice Scarf. So that's one thing to watch out. A cool thing that I can see here is that our opponent does not have a lot of answers to Among Us. I mean, it does have Sanista, Gholdengo, Ursaluna. Oh, it has a couple. But what can we do? I always enjoy ringing King Gambit, and I think King Gambit with the Flamigo, I think they are a strong lead. Primarina here is kinda good, to be honest. Now, do we bring our Dragonite? I don't think the Dragonite does much. I think I'm just going to bring the Among Us still. If you get rid of the Sanista or the Gholdengo, we can just freely spore, and that's really important. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting Teleport Arcalodon, I'm expecting Gholdengo lead, those sort of things. So let's see what they do. Teleport Arcalodon, okay. Expected, like we said. The Arcalodon is a Southwest, so it cannot protect. That's really important. And is Terra Fairy. So I do like to gamble a little bit, and I think he's going to Terra Fairy. Because he's going to Terra Fairy, I'm just going to Iron Head. Going to Iron Head and close combat. I could Brave Bird, but I don't want to immediately lose my Sash. But I don't want to give the KO to the Arcalodon as well, so I'm just going to Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy close combat seems okay. They do not Terra, so that's quite interesting. Are they going to go for the read and just Electroshock my King Gambit? Because that would be insane. Are you? Watch him do that. Watch him do that. Are you going to do that? He did. Ain't no way. That's insane. Oh, it went for the Flamigo. Okay. Okay, I'm not. Okay, let's go. I'm okay with that. Iron Head onto the Arcalodon. The thing is that the Arcalodon is now a +2, which I do not like. So, but I want to check if our King Gambit can still KO. The Sucker Punch does 20%, but if it goes for the Terra Fairy, it does 10%, 8 to 10%, which I think is in the range. I could just Tailwind with the Flamigo. Let's see if this pays off. Him going for the Terra Fairy with the Arcalodon is so risky. You could just be losing. Okay. Who are you going to bring? Ursaluna. That's a nice play. Go for the Sucker Punch, they predicted that, of course. And they're going to KO. We get confused. Okay. This is really not good. Really not good. could go for the Kowtow Cleave onto the Ursaluna, but if the Ursaluna is just max speed, that's horrible. So I'm just going to close combat the Ursaluna, just because... Okay, he brings the Dragonite. He's doing some interesting pivoting. He protects, okay. That's interesting. We hit ourselves. Okay, we close combat. The thing is, the Dragonite can't do much to us. It can go for the Terra Fairy, which I think it might actually go for. But is it that, like, big a deal? They have one turn of Tailwind. I have two. Yeah. They also have Protect, so I think I have to go on the offense right now. But I kinda just wanna go... I think I have to go for the predictions. So something is going to get really damaged here. Pelipper, maybe not that damaged. Close combat. Get a bit of damage, which is awesome. Do you target the Flamigo? We should target the King Gambit, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, but you are not going to KO. Oh, you are. Oh, you got the 4. Okay. Okay. So the good thing is that the Dragonite cannot touch our Primarina. And that's awesome. Even if it goes for the Terra Fairy, it cannot do anything. I think I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice. It's really free. And the boost is always welcomed. So I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice. He could go for a Haze the next turn, but I think it's a wasted turn on his hand, right? I really do think that it is. So we withdrew, is going to probably bring Dark Caliban, but Dark Caliban is going to get KO'd. I think that's certain. Dragonite protected, okay, that's cool. We got a free KO and a free boost, which is equally important. Like I said, the Dragonite cannot actually touch us. It can only go for the Flamigo. But I think that he also has to respect the Primarina, right? So let's see what he actually does. Hyper Voice here is great, because we can do a lot of damage to the Ursaluna. The thing is that the Ursaluna can actually just KO us. And he brings the Pelipper again. Which is odd, because I can just Hyper Voice again. You could go for the Flamigo. But I think I am just going to go for the double protect. If I get the double protect, that's massive. So let's see if we get lucky. And this Upper Voice will do a lot of damage. In the rain, we fail the protect. Okay. The Dragonite Tailwind. Wow. Okay. Okay. A lot of damage. Just like I said, that's a lot of damage. They did not terrestrialize. So... Does our Mungus survive an Ursaluna attack? It does not. Well, okay. Ursaluna goes for the ghost type. How do we do more damage? It's with the Moonblast, but Hyper Voice still does a lot of damage. I'm just going to Rage Powder. Okay. Who are you going to... Yeah, I think that was the best play that you could have made. I think the Dazzling Gleam was necessary because we get rid of the Dragonite if everything goes right. We get our Citrus. Goes for it again. So our Mungus is going to faint this turn. Yeah. Okay. So the Ursaluna was faster than the Primarina. That's good to know. They have 2 turns of Tailwind. Oh, this is horrible. Because the Facade always kills us. I have to go for the double protect. I really dislike this place. But the double protect is the only way that we get saved, so... Yeah, that's for sure. That's a speedier Ursaluna. I just have to go for another one. Please get it. Okay. They don't have Tailwind anymore. Okay. So we still need to see in the rain, obviously the Hyper Voice is going to do more, so I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice. Any protected? Okay. I mean, you are stalling the weather, which is smart, but you are getting damaged yourself, so... And I think that I can KO you either way. With Moonblast. The Ursaluna is still faster. That's a max speed Ursaluna. Okay. That's a max speed Ursaluna. Oh, that's devastating. That is really, really sad. Wow. That is really sad. What can we do? What can we do to win this? I still think that the Flamigo is incredibly important. Flamigo is so important. But we bring that Tauros just for the close combat. I don't know if it's worth it though. I really don't know. The thing that we can do is go for the King Gambit with the Mungus first turn. I think that the Flamigo has to remain in the back. The Primarina is really helpful, but the fact that it's slower than the buddy over there, that's just devastating. Extreme speed does nothing in this situation. I think I'm just going to bring the Tauros just because they have so many Pokemon weak to fighting type moves. But the Primarina is amazing. Because it completely counters the Dragonite, right? But, wow. I was not expecting like a max speed Ursaluna. That's unfortunate. Dragonite or Gholdengo. Oh, Primarina would have been so happy in this situation. I can just protect and spore someone. Now, who do we want to spore? Dragonite is a bit... both of them, they cannot touch Among Us, so I think it's a free spore. And the Ursaluna is the one that threatens us the most, so I'm just going to spore the Ursaluna. Let's see. So neither of them switches, neither of them protects. They just go... No way you did that. Wow. Oh, that's absurd. Come on. That's ridiculous. The body press just doesn't go through, so just going to spore you. So we have one guaranteed turn of Sleep With You. That's really important. Now what can we bring? King Gambit isn't doing much here, so I think I'm just going to bring that guy to copy the Dragonite's buffs, and I'm just going to put him asleep as well, because a +1 speed onto our buddy here would be amazing. But that +5 defense is absurd. You protected? Okay. So we don't get anything done. Okay. Well, I'm kinda... That skill shot played... Damn. Close combat is always the best option. But we always get KO'd to the Ursaluna, it's max defense. Wow. Dragonite Tailwinds. I'm getting bodied. Okay, he's still asleep, so I could have just spared the Dragonite. We get the +1 defense, which is cool. But that's not going to do... that is not going to do anything. I'm just going to protect and support the Ursaluna because he is going to wake up this turn. This is insane. This just shows like how unprepared I was for this tournament. That's ridiculous. He got all the... what? Okay. Odd. But now we are in an awful position. I honestly... I don't know what to do. I really don't. I have to hope for a critical hit on the Ursaluna slot, but getting it is going to be ridiculously hard. Oh, this is just not good. But it's not a Gonka's Place tournament if we don't lose the first 2 rounds. So, I guess. Body press, the Among Us. Oh, we survive. Thank God, man. But the Tauros is going to drop this next turn, so... he is going to drop this next turn, because the Dragonite can just scale shot and remove us from the game. But let's see. He brings the Pelipper. So in this situation, they still have the Tailwind up. I could go for the Tera Ghost, but does it help me in any way? Because I'm -2 special defense. And I'm not going to do like any meaningful damage. I'm just going to break the Sash and spare the Dragonite. It missed, nice. Oh. Okay. I don't know if the crit mattered, it probably didn't. Okay, so it didn't matter that the skill shot missed. Okay. And now we bring Despair. Jesus Christ. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Tera Ghost doesn't achieve anything for me. Brave Bird, on the other hand, could be helpful. But we lose the Sash. I don't want to lose the Sash. I have to Tailwind, I think. Hotel Cleave, I think it's... yeah, we both Tailwind it. Okay. Please don't get confused. Please don't get confused. Okay, we managed to Tailwind. Great. Yeah, this is what I expected. The Dragonite is really weak at the moment. Right. Now the obvious play would be to just go for the killing blow, right? And I do think we have to cover for it. Because if we remove the Dragonite, it's going to save us a lot of trouble. Okay, yeah. Just like I was thinking. Okay. We are not out. Okay. We didn't get confused. Cool. Cool. The bad thing is the Pelipper is just going to attack and the Ursaluna is going to protect. Can we KO the Pelipper with a double up? I think we can, and to be honest, I think we just have to do this. I don't see any other choice. We have to do this. The Ursaluna is going to protect, and we have to play offensively. No way. No way he did this. He went for a headlong rush. Please tell me you didn't go for that. You did go for that. I should have terrored. I really should have. And we have this problem again. So this is not cool. And the thing is that Flamigo doesn't even gets close to KOing him. That's the insane part. He's at -1 defense, to be fair. We still don't... Yeah, we still don't get it. We are Tera Ghost and... But I could have just Tera Ghost and attacked, hoping for a misplay from his end, but yeah, now he's just going to a long rush. He has to play the mind game. But he knows that I'm just not going to. Yeah, I think it's over. It's a 50-50, you know? It's a 50-50. He probably got the read right. Let's see. Go for the facade again. Go for the facade. Go for the facade, please. Okay. Okay. Our opponent was saying that we did quite well, so I'm going to take the compliment. I obviously complimented them as well, or they as well. Them, sorry. Right, yeah, interesting game, really interesting game. But the thing that I noticed is that our opponent is definitely not afraid to bring a double dragon onto the first turn. He also just doesn't respect us that much. That's what I'm seeing. So this turn he'll have double dragon with the Dragonite and Ursaluna. Dragonite is definitely a problem for us, and we do have to get rid of him. But that Ursaluna is so dangerous, so dangerous. That previous play that he made was phenomenal, and I have to congratulate him for that. The Flamigo has to remain in the deck, and I am going to bring the Tauros. I'm going to bring the same Pokemon, just in a different order. I think that the Tauros can be quite good in this situation because it does good damage against everyone, and the Primarina just has a lot of pressure with the spread damage. So let's see. This game is so entertaining. So entertaining. Our opponent is playing really well. Really well. Okay. So let's see. Dragonite or Ursaluna. So we get the Intimidate off. Okay, so this is good. I could just Hyper Voice. And I am just going to Flame Charge. But if I'm going to Flame Charge, wouldn't it be smarter to just Moonblast and Flame Charge? It would. So let's see. Okay, the Ursaluna protects. That's exactly what I was expecting, that's why I went for the Moonblast. Flame Charge to break the multi-scale, and we also get a +1. Our opponent is also... I was thinking that it was also giving us the +1. But yeah. And we get rid of the Dragonite. That's really important. Really important. Ursaluna gets burned. Okay. Now, even with the +1, even with the Tailwind, I mean, I think the Ursaluna is 31 IVs here with 252 speed, or really close. In the Tailwind, this Ursaluna gets a max speed of 182, or Tauros is definitely faster, 205 speed. Okay, so our opponent is basically forcing us into a sticky situation here, right? So he is going to Tera the Ursaluna, he has to. What are we going to do? Let's think. The Ursaluna has to Tera, the Primarina is slower, and it gets KO'd. I don't feel like I have to go for the Raging Bull. I have to go for the Raging Bull even though it's not optimal. But we have to do this. Raging Ball. We do 0 damage. Hurricane. Okay. Oh, it just gets the KO. That's unfortunate. And the facade onto the Primarina slot. Okay. So, what did I say? 182. So he's definitely faster than our Flamigo. But the good thing is that he can't KO both of our Pokémon. Right? He can't KO both of them. The Pelipper should be faster. I don't want to just go on the offense like every time, but I just have to Hyper Voice here. We do a lot of damage, and let's go for the Tera Ghost. Let's bet on this one. He went for the Tera Ghost with Ursaluna. That's good. That's good. We can still do a bit of damage. Let's see. Going for the Tera Ghost. This certainly is a gamble, that's for sure. Do we have to take it? Not exactly. But it pays off. It's amazing. It didn't. I mean, it was obvious that we were going to attack with the Primarina. We had to be honest. But yeah. What's the speed of max speed Pelipper? Without Tailwind, we are still faster. Or timid. Yeah, we are always faster. Okay. So. Here, we are just spinning the Ursaluna, right? Ursaluna is just going to protect, I think. But what impedes us from just double protecting? Nothing. Because this was the play that I want to make. Like, the Ursaluna is going to protect. That's my read. Right, that's the read that I'm going to go for. If the Ursaluna protects, we also double protect. So they lose their Tailwind pressure. And my Flamigo is faster than the Pelipper, so we can pressure the Pelipper next turn. The Ursaluna did not protect, that's wild. It went for the Earthquake. Okay. I think he has to protect Ursaluna this turn. And Tailwind. Because he knows that I can just KO him. I have to gamble on this one. He's going to protect Ursaluna. It's too risky for him. He's thinking that I have to Sucker Punch the Ursaluna. Let's see. This is... It didn't protect Ursaluna. That's so, like, odd, I would say. Do we survive this Earthquake? I don't think we do. I mean, we do survive. Do we KO the Pelipper? We do, okay. We've KO'd the Dragonite, the Pelipper. Oh, he still has one more, right? I think he does. Yeah. Dark Caledon. I'm just going to play it out, but yeah, I think it's over. Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe I should have switched the Primarina onto the King Gambit to take the Facade. Right, could have done that. When game round I ever had. Thank you, man. I'm just thinking our opponent part of the games. Yeah, really tough game. Oh, we were the last match as well. Jesus Christ. I'm not even going to cut this out. We are actually just hopping into the next game. And then the team is actually a little bit concerning.
And that's the end of my Regulation H tournament run. This event gave me a clear look at the new meta space, its threats and win conditions, and where my plays and teams can improve moving forward. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe so you don't miss the next tournament run. Drop a comment with a Pokemon you think I should build around next. Maybe it will be a centerpiece of my next anti-meta team. See ya!